Welcome back, everybody, to our Let's Play of Donkey Kong Country Returns. When last we left off, we'd finished beating up Mango Ruby in the jungle area, and we are now in the cliffs. Our first level here is Sticky Situation, as you can tell. Let's get a good look at our overworld here. Looks very prehistoric, doesn't it? Similar, I think, to the Ruins levels. But, as you can tell, in a quite different way. Alright. I have one thing to clear up first. I might have said last time, and I do still kind of maintain this, that... Great. That the jungle levels are the best. Oh wait, just so you get an idea, when you fall into the tar you don't die, but it gets covered in it. You just have to keep bashing to get free from it. But yeah, I may have said that the jungle levels are the best, and I do still partly maintain that. They certainly are the best in terms of how they look. Aesthetically pleasing, hands down. There's no competition. But in terms of technicalities, now I might have to say that these cliffs levels may be better. And it may be hard to see now, but there are a couple later levels that will really show what I mean when I say that these levels technically are some of the best. And yeah, this... oh, I was on it. Okay, third time's a charm? Okay, yeah. What you'll see about these levels is that at first it's kind of annoying having to do these platforms that are falling down these tar... I was about to say tar waterfalls, but that'd be redundant. Or not, wouldn't make sense, rather. But tar falls at the same time doesn't really make a whole lot of sense either, so... You know what they are, you know. So. Yeah, this part gets a little tedious, but... yeah, I just have to go down this way. Oh man, Blues Diddy, but... You want to jump in the barrel after you drop down, of course. I think go underneath the... never mind. I don't make stupid mistakes while playing through levels. What are you talking about? Anyway, as I was saying, so these villains, huh? These enemies in these cliff levels, they look fucked up, don't they? They're all... I'm gonna stop talking for a minute. And try my best to not continuously fail. Come on. Couldn't even give me a banana or something? Yeah, you don't sink down into this tar. I am a moron, but of course we already knew this. Jump as high as you can while covered in tar, donkey. The progression depends on it. Yeah, I don't know. So anyway, as we progress, this part doesn't really matter which way you go, up or down. Oh, does it? Aha, of course you have to go down when they present that pathway to you. Of course, have to comedically jump to escape the tar like that. This barrel is insignificant, I believe. Wow, I did not mean to fall off the cliff like that. That begs the question, if you're on a cliff and you fall off the cliff, does that mean you fall off the entire part of the Kong Isles? Or is there something beneath these cliffs, but then they wouldn't be still cliffs now, would they? I don't know, I don't want to think about it. Yeah, we don't have to worry about going down now, since we already got that puzzle piece a little earlier. And, oh, what do you know? For a second it looked like Diddy was actually blowing out the flames, that they also were covered in tar. was like, now, Retro Studios, that doesn't make sense. Silly developers. Ugh. Stupid fire-breathing skeleton, you know. Yeah, that puzzle piece is a little tricky to find, not just because it's covered in... Now, is that smoke, or is that tar, like, fog? I'd be very... Well, no, I wouldn't be curious enough to find out what they actually think it is, but... Whatever. Yeah... Get ready for barrel shooting while having to avoid spinning, spiky guys. We're gonna be doing that a lot. And of course, we have to fail at it, because why not? Yes, that was a zebra, you noticed, but we're gonna pay no mind to him yet. We're gonna go this way. I don't know if it's possible to get there without Diddy or not. And I don't really remember if I have to break this thing or not. I think if I just... Do I just jump up there? Okay, I do. That was another boring bonus level, who cares? And this is unbreakable, so yeah. Looks like something that you'd break in order to progress, or have it be like a red herring, and you break it and then you end up screwing yourself over a little bit. But thankfully, no such luck. Oh dear. Okay. Yeah, some of these... I don't know how best to explain it, but some of these platforms, they fall, as you can see here, they fall at either faster paces or slower paces. And it just goes on like that. They love putting those puzzle pieces on... Sorry, Diddy, I lost you. They love putting those puzzle pieces on those platforms, though. Oh no, we're already at the end. Where's our last puzzle piece? Oh, I see something in the top left corner. Yeah, it was obscured by our life counter. Clever, clever, Retro Studios. Anyway. Almost. So as I say, I think these cliff levels are much more interesting, technically speaking. But, I don't know, to look at, they're all kind of... I hate to say it, but they all seem kind of dull. Prehistoric Path, however, will prove otherwise. In a way. Yeah, of course they're still going to look the same. But, there's a return of something. Oh yeah, this is kind of a running thing for this level. Oh shit! Well, I'll go with it now. Yeah, I spoiled the surprise. So this is the return of the mine carting, and the reason I was like, oh shit, is because there's actually a puzzle piece that we get, and we don't jump into the barrel first, it's under here. So I was like, I didn't mean to get it. Come on, jump high enough. I knew you... They wouldn't make it impossible to... Okay, there we go. I had to finagle with it there for a second. Boring, don't care. Okay. So, yeah, it's time for more mine carting! Yay, everybody's favorite. Kind of. Yeah, and as I had said before, the sinking platforms are kind of a running motif for this level. And yeah, you kind of have to get dangerously close to the tar in order to get all the collectibles, and of course going over. Now, it may have looked like I already got that puzzle piece, and I don't want you to insinuate that I had to die several times in order to properly do this segment, because, as our pig who has told me that I need the help of a computer is clearly telling us, I did not die. Okay, yes, I did. I died several times trying to do this segment properly. Because the amount of precision ducking and jumping that you have to do, it seemed like I'm a bad player. It's not really that hard, it's just You have to really know exactly what to do. And segments like this can be disorienting. How it's like, oh, you gotta start jumping a lot, and ah, man. Exactly like that, too, so... Screw you, pig. I am not going to made to look like I'm a total idiot when doing these segments. Even though I totally am. Anyway. So yeah, at least I got that puzzle piece. But you are supposed to be able to... I forget which cave level did it, where we had to jump for an O. Or, no, it was also a puzzle piece. At the very last second that you possibly could. That's basically just how that puzzle piece works as well. Jumping at the very last second, but... Yeah, and I don't recommend dying in order to get it. But, yeah. Oh, and we're... Oh. It would have been funny. It's like, oh, you're going on a three-wheeler, you have to jump constantly. And, yeah, we did just there, too, so... That's the end of that one. And, like most of these karting levels, the very last puzzle piece is at the end. If you want to know where Prince Edward Island is, it's at the end. I would be shocked if anybody got what that reference is from. I doubt enough people really watch to put any input as to where they think that'd be from. Anyway, Weighty Way! We love our assonance. Weighty Way makes you think that we're going to be using a lot of weights along our way, doesn't it? Well, to be perfectly blunt, apart from the redundancy of getting a puzzle piece at the very beginning of a level again, you're absolutely right. And you may or may not notice, veteran Donkey Kong players will remember this, the music. Can you tell what it's from? I might not have my facts straight on this. Oh yeah, by the way, look out for falling platforms. Figured we would be able to get back up to that. If I have my facts straight, I believe that this music is a revision of the music used in the waterfall levels of Donkey Kong Country 3. Very atmospheric, very characteristic of like high places and that kind of thing, which is exactly what this place is. And this is the level that I was referring to, and the next level especially. But this level definitely shows how technically satisfying and challenging these levels can be. And the music just matches it perfectly. Very atmospheric. Makes you feel like you're... There's really no other way to describe it. The music perfectly matches the setting, and this is one of the many things that makes this... I wouldn't call it the best Wii game, but one of them, I'd say. Yeah. That's a puzzle piece that you have to take a semi-leap of faith in order to get. But yeah, I'd put this up there. If it had a few more familiar components, I'd be willing to say that this was one of the best games that the Wii has to offer. But as it is, it's not bad, but it's one of those things where the bad points kind of are glaring, but the good points about it are so good. And the whole Cliffs area really proves that. Maybe not as visually pleasing. I mean, it is still kind of drab and dull in the background. It's a lot of grays and everything. But that's kind of what they were going for, and with the music and the fascinating level design, they really hit it right on the head, I think. And we're falling! Oh, shit. I'm not gonna jump for those. Yeah, somebody who has a fear of heights may not enjoy this level particularly, but it is still a delight, I think. Really fun to play through. And it's weird because I don't know what it is about this music that I like so much. I just really think it's a great rendition of that, of the original music. Yeah, not commenting on any of these puzzle pieces or letters necessarily, because they're all fairly straightforward about how to get. Just making sure. It's kind of one of those things... Oh. One of those things that locks into place, I guess. This is one of those levels where you do kind of... if you don't know exactly where the puzzle pieces are, you do just have to go through and smack everything you can find, blow everything you can find. That sounds weird and kind of perverted, but it's true. You just have to really... They can hide puzzle pieces anywhere, as they have clearly proven, so... Make sure that you leave no stone unturned, is what I'm getting at. Uh-oh, got ourselves a dead end over here. But not this way! Oh. Nothing's... Wait, you mean I'm not fat enough to weigh down something like this? I guess not. Well, thankfully we can just jump. Okay. This is one of those things... Excuse me. Long day at work, but that's beside the point. This is one of those things that you kind of have to time. If you go now and jump, then it'll put you on top of it. And there we are. Don't worry, that's not the last time something similar to that is going to be brought up in this level. Least of all, this entire area. This one you have to be a little quick with. I mean, you could weigh it down to where that platform is there, but you can also just do a long jump like I did. Either one is okay. And then... Don't provide us with anything. Now this last part is tricky. How do you get that G? Looks like you can't reach it. Aha! And there you go. Like I said, could be a little tricky, but it's really not that bad. And this is one where you don't want to jump to the one beneath you, but over to the right, because as you can tell, there's a trail of bananas, leading to, of course, the puzzle piece. So ends our really kind of... Wait, jump there. Excellent. I was gonna say, so ends our very laid-back, kind of peaceful level, despite being so high up and so dangerous in many respects. Time to go to Cranky Kong's thrift shop. For the record, I don't know if any of you listen to pop music. I would venture a guess that most of you don't, but if you know the song Thrift Shop, it's one of those things that I have no idea how it got popular, because there's nothing outstanding about it. And I say this because it's played at my work a lot, and I just like, wow, this song is not bad, but definitely not a pop song, I don't think. But whatever, time for Boulder Roller, not to be confused with over-the-shoulder boulder holder. I apologize for that slightly inappropriate and very stupid joke. So, where are all our boulders, you may wonder? Oh, you blow on the fan properly. That looks like a pretty giant spiked boulder off to our right. And indeed, we will find out that... that's exactly what it is. And so begins possibly the most interesting looking level in the entire game. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I've always found, like, quarry stuff, dealing with giant rocks and that kind of thing, to be surprisingly interesting. And I don't know if it comes back to me being always fascinated with, like... It's gonna sound weird, but when I was a kid, I always watched Thomas the Tank Engine, and every time there was an episode where they'd go to the quarry, you know, dealing with a bunch of rocks, and they'd show how it all worked and everything. I just found it awe-inspiring. And the way they sculpt this level and the puzzles built around going past rocks and that kind of thing, I guess I shouldn't emphasize the word puzzles necessarily, because it's really just progressing and there's nothing immediately challenging about getting around these boulders, but at the same time, just along with the way this level looks, again, I know I don't want to keep bringing it up, but really it's just fascinating construction. Not to mention the music. I know I've been speaking over it, but get to a point where just kind of hear it. It reminds me a lot of wind ensemble music, and I don't know how many of you are musicians or whatever, but if you've never taken the chance to listen to a really good wind ensemble, similar to an orchestra, but with, as you can probably guess, all wind instruments. Yeah, it's kind of a dick move to put that puzzle piece there right in the middle of a falling boulder, but it definitely sounds to me like something that we could play in a wind ensemble. I used to play one in my undergrad, and I just love this music. It sounds so cool, I think. Doesn't have the nostalgia factor, obviously, that something like the forest music has, but definitely has the coolness factor down to a T. That one part actually did kind of sound like an old Donkey Kong tune. Maybe something from Donkey Kong 2? The bonus level. Then, when it was called Jungle Hijinks, where they're in the secret world and with enough Clubba coins from Donkey Kong Country 2. That's kind of what it reminds me of. But this is obviously brassier and a whole lot cooler. I guess I should talk about the level. Now, this is a segment where, you know, you want to be careful and just take it slowly, because you have to... There's no use in having to avoid it while I have, you know... Invincibility frames. Grumble, grumble! What I was gonna say was, you want to just take it slowly and avoid these rocks, because it's really just a nuisance, and no matter what you do, you can't beat them up to the top thing here. Well, that was poorly done. But, this part's actually fairly annoying. You have to be kind of quick and stealthy. Which I was not. Okay. So, try this again. Properly, of course. I really gotta stop. It's almost instinctive to want to go for the top one, because it's like, oh, I don't want to have to sit here for a whole 5 seconds. I kind of timed that, not really. But it's like, I gotta get going up to the next part so that I don't waste time sitting here. When really, that's not a bad thing, because we can admire the architecture and, of course, hello, the music. Yeah, in case you couldn't tell, music's a big thing to me. Mainly because it's my career. But that's beside the point. Okay. Yeah, I guess I haven't shown actually doing that part properly, but it's one of those things that as long as you just kind of inch along, you'll be okay. And yeah, this is a thing that you have to get to in the middle. I'd think that that's where they'd put the way you have to go, but nope, you go up this way. And now, oh no, the boulder's going to go. Oh my god! It looked like it jerked there for a second. I thought it actually was going to fall down on us, but... Anyways, that was the first 4 levels of the Cliffs area. Next time we will progress, logically. So look forward to more awesome music and scenery. So thank you all for watching. Until next time, see you guys later.